Hi guys, so just bear with me for a couple. Just want to adjust my camera angles and all that good stuff, and bring that down a little bit so it's not so distracting. Move that. I got to check my volume, make sure I got volume. I'm pretty sure I do this time because I got a new plug for my computer, and I think that was the problem before. So let me go over here to live chat. Go live videos. Huh. Just giving everybody. Okay, I mean, wake up, voice. Just popping in a little bit early this morning. And just rattling on and itching my nose here. So I finally got a plug for my computer yesterday. I went over to the place where I bought the computer and bought a new plug for $10. It wasn't the HDMI cable plug; it was the other one, but it looked kind of just like it. And if you live locally, where I bought my computer, is a computer down under, and because I had another computer that was in the basement that I kind of was getting ready to use when I was going to school. It was a laptop. It got destroyed, and I didn't have a photograph for it, but I got a receipt for the computer. But anyhow, but they're not to give me anything, and that's fine. Whatever it is, what it is. Can't fight City Hall. But hoping something happens to where they see it my way and give us a little bit of something. Anyways, anything is better than nothing at this stage. That's FEMA, by the way. Always be kind. I'm happy now. I got my everything's audio, visually, everything's all working properly on the computer. So I decided to go on a couple minutes early because I wanted to make sure I had audio and video and everything was working properly. And welcome to the channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're a returning member, welcome back. And for all you new subscribers that just recently pushed me up to 1,700 subscribers, thank you so much for coming along my journey. For those of you who really don't know who I am, my name is Ron. I live in Leominster, Massachusetts. I've been doing the ketogenic / carnivore off and on maintenance now for about a year. And then I've been doing keto since 2020. Early days of January, I lost well over 150 pounds at one point in my life. And right now, I'm currently 75 pounds down since January 2020. So I think I'm still doing remarkably well. I'm having some non-scale victories the last couple of weeks. We did take off 8 pounds in the month of May. I contributed to all the walking and did a lot of walking already in the month of June. We walked a total of 25 miles for the month of June. And let me just share this over to Facebook one time. So let me know this. So people know that I'm on live. Just put a little title up here. We are now live. No live. Come in. No live. Come over and say hi. Hi. Come over and say hi. Here we go. Okay. Just checking out the posts on Facebook. Sure, we'll like it. Okay, nothing going on there. Nothing going on there. Okay, in real life. Okay, so if you, again, my name is Ron. If you're new, welcome. If you're a returning member, welcome back. And for all you new subscribers, welcome. And thank you so much for coming along my journey. And it's been quite a heck of a journey so far. And, I've been doing an awful lot of walking the last couple of months, and I've been going out every day this month. I've been out every day this month, averaging 2.5 miles. Yesterday, I went 2 different places. I went to the Sterling Trail Rail in the morning. That video is already up and running. And it's a beautiful place. My friend Mary introduced me to that place in the early days of 2020, and I was struggling to get up to where the bridge was, but a cane and dragging, stopping every 5 minutes along the way to rest my back. Well, yeah, all the time we thought it was my back, and it wound up being my hips. So eventually we had the hips out, and we were good to go. So when I went up there yesterday, before I knew it, I was already at the bridge area. It goes, holy crowley, and just a little bit of video while I was up in that way. And I didn't walk the entire path of the bridge, but I definitely time when I go up there next time, I'm going to walk it all by myself. And I just want to go up and back the entire path and see how it goes. It's probably about 2.5 to maybe 3 miles, which I could do that pretty much in an hour, not even. But I've been feeling really good. My hip is bothering me a little bit today because I had a little bit of a rough night sleeping last night. I fell asleep at 6:30 last night and I got up at 2 o'clock. I've been up to 2 ever since. And then I fell back to sleep around 5 o'clock this morning for about an hour. And so this morning we got an appointment with Oreo at 9 o'clock this morning. And I'm going to go bring him down by myself because my wife is got a really, really bad sprain on her foot right now. And she can't having a hard time getting from one end of the house to the next. And she stubbed her toe, and then her other foot's starting to bother her because I think what it is because she did a lot yesterday for the usual chores that she does and yesterday and going, and then putting a lot of pressure on her other foot. And now that's starting to bother her. So I want to kind of stay off the foot all day today. And she's been soaking it in Epsom salt and just elevating it, putting ice on it all day, which is really helping her. So, I'm sure she'll be back to her normal self probably by the weekend, I hope. And if she can't go with me to the stroll on Saturday, I'll just wing it by myself. And she may be able to do bingo Friday night. I don't know if she doesn't want to do bingo Friday night. I'll just go by myself and play. And I have a play. I got Friday night off. If I don't want to go to the bingo Friday night, then I might, maybe I might go to Kimball's. But, she likes to go to Kimball's too. And I don't know. It's supposed to be 95 Friday degrees temperature-wise Friday and very nice and bright and sunny. And I don't know. I'm just taking one day at a time right now. That's all we can really do, right? So this morning I got an appointment at 9 o'clock. I'm going to bring Oreo by myself there this morning, and he's got an appointment to get his nails done, and I got to get his rabies shot, updated rabies shot. And then I'll bring him home, and it should be good to go. But the place is like about $150 cheaper than the other place I was bringing him. I love the other place I go to, but I need to save as much money as I can because we're running out of cash. And it's like every time you step out of the house, and if you know what I'm talking about, you're spending $100 bill if you're going shopping. You can't get under $100. It's so expensive, and that and it's just Donna and I. And I went to Hannaford's yesterday and I bought some of those freeze pops here. They haven't had them at Market Basket in a while, sugar-free ones. And then I got some other stuff that we needed for the house. And you couldn't find one thing I was looking for, but I found another thing. So it was kind of like I got a 50-50 split on it. So today I got to go to Market Basket because my Keurig coffee machine is telling me I need to just scale it again. Basically, it needs to go through a cleaning cycle every 3-4 months. And I knew it was about due, and I was thinking about that yesterday. And then basically you take some vinegar, put about a cup of that into the trough over there, and just let it go. And you hit on mine, you hit the 12 ounce and the 8 ounce together until the scale light goes on, and then you just run it through the cycle until it's all done, and clean it up with some fresh water afterwards, and then rinse everything out real good in the sink and put it all back together again, and you're good to go for another 3 or 4 months. I should probably do a video on it sometimes. But it's going along really good. I'm excited about the new job starting tomorrow. I kind of feel like I'm going to prison with a prison bracelet on my leg and ankle there. But, we need the money. We're running out of cash every month. Everything's so expensive, as I said, and I'm sure you guys and gals are well aware of it. I did send out with 2 pairs of pants, and should get them this week. If they fit, I'll keep them and I'll go have them hemmed up. Otherwise, I'll have to bring them back and try on a couple pair of pants in the store and then bring them to have them hemmed up. But I need the black pants, and they're supplying a shirt, nice blue shirt. 5 shirts I'm going to be getting. I'm just not sure if I want to go to an extra large or 2X. I might go for 1 2X and rest all like extra large. And if they don't fit, I could ask if I can exchange it. But I just want to make sure when I'm wearing those type of shirts, I feel comfortable with work. I don't want to. It's so tight and I can't wear them. And because I like to wear my clothes loose. And I got some shirts in the closet that are brand new. I haven't even worn yet. That are kind of not really tight, but they feel tight. But if I can get my weight down back to 220 or something like that, then I'll fit right into them. So I won't need to buy any new shirts. So, and that's the other reason why I bought those type of shirts at that size. But all the material is not the same in all different. A medium shirt might fit me where it's opposed to a large shirt might fit me, and an extra large shirt might fit me where opposed it might be too big. Like, that's why they recommended that you try clothes on before you leave the store. And when you order online, like I do a lot, it's a 50-50 crapshoot. You don't know if they're going to fit you or not. So we went walking so far every day in the month of June. We did 2.5 miles at least every day. And I think that's another reason why my hip is bothering me a little bit today. I went to bed early last night. I started watching TV around 6:30 and I fell asleep. The next thing I know, it was 2:30 in the morning. So from that perspective, I had about 7 hours of solid sleep. And then I got up and then I ended up going back to bed at about 5:30 and I fell back to sleep for about an hour and a half, and then I've been up ever since there. And we're gonna do some more walking today. I'm gonna go visit my friend Rocky today. I'm all done with the city stuff right now. I dropped off 2 video files yesterday at the studio, and I told the girl there, Mia, and I'm not gonna be able to film right now because I'm working, and I haven't got time to go down to the studio, get studio cameras, make sure I got everything, and bring the studio junk back the next day, and the video file for the film, and it's just too much for me right now, and that's why I wanted my own camera stuff so I could continue filming without having to go down to the studio, and I didn't want anybody else's junk. And every time I get camera stuff from them, its settings are all screwy because people play around with them. And once I get my settings set, I just want to be in my own camera. I don't have to worry about it, and that sort of thing. And I'm responsible for this stuff, which they never had a problem me using this stuff. Other content creators, and they've lost batteries. And, batteries are expensive. They're $100 for a camera battery. And the camera alone is a $2,500 camera. And the accessories, you're talking about another $1,500. So you can spend upwards to $5,000 for one camera outfit. And if you're really serious about doing video for a living, and that's what the challenge is. Because I'd love to do that. I know it's the local news agency, Channel 5. They're hiring for somebody that does what I do, which is basically edit video. And, you go out on location with them and you go into the truck and you edit everything right on the camera and put their lower thirds in and stuff like that. And I don't have a college degree. I was working on one this past year before the flood came, but whether or not I can continue on going to school, I'm not really sure. But I could have probably offered myself as a part-timer and volunteer for them and just say, hey, would you like me to just volunteer and do some video editing? And if you like my work, maybe down the road you can hire me and do something like that. I wouldn't mind doing, because I just enjoy doing stuff like that. But traveling from 40 miles west from Boston to where I live, that would be a challenge for me every day. And then you're always on the road because wherever there's a news story, that's where they go, I wouldn't mind that if I didn't have to do the driving, but if I'm just doing video editing and talking to the girls and guys that do the story cover for the story and setting up the microphone for them and everything and making sure they got proper sound and all that stuff there, I can do all that. I've done that before for the studio. That's the other thing that kind of really got to me there on the studio. When I went in there yesterday, they hired a new person there. Sorry about that. That's my camera part. They hired a new person yesterday. I hadn't met them or her yet, but since everybody left, I was always available for hire. I was doing video for the studio since 2008, and many of my work awards and everything like that, and they never hired me for anything. So this is where I would get frustrated with them. Why? Because I didn't have a college degree. I mean, you don't need a college degree to get a job. You just need to know how to do the job, and I think what it is because of my age. But, I know all the local events and how everything should be done for videoing and stuff like that. And I learned all that over the years. But, my only concern was the Colonial band. I just told the girl yesterday, I said, I hope they continue doing that because, before I came along, nobody was filming those. And it's nice to put them up on a channel with people that don't live locally anymore that want to see that, or people that just like to watch big band music, and that they play a lot of big band music from the 1900s and all the way up. The Tommy Dorsey, Glenn Miller stuff there, and Benny Goodman, and all those great artists that we had. And Glenn Miller was one of my all-time favorite composers that put together music for the 1940s at the time of the Second World War. And he's another one that served in the military. He gave a time of his life there, and then played, actually had a Glenn Orchestra band before I think he got killed in one of the plane crashes. Another one that went down by the way of the plane. But everything was just sad, and just I'm really happy that I can help you guys out. The shuffle playlist is going along really well. I did I made a shuffle this morning and get ready to put it up. Speaking of that, I bought this book there. I wanted to show you. It's called Keto Shuffle Recipe Cookbook. Okay. And it's by Amy DeLauer, and she breaks it down really well as far as how to make these shuffles, and explains them what shuffles are and the ketogenic lifestyle. She has a nice biography about her, and she breaks everything down in alphabetical order, and everything in the macros and how many calories everything is, and what you need. And again, all you have to do is look in the back of the book. I'm here. Say, for instance, under the peas, peanut butter shuffle, number 61. So I go to page 61 and see what that is, whether or not I can make it for today. And I might even have enough ingredients. Okay, let's go to page 61. Okay, so we're on page 61. Let's see if we can find it. Peanut butter cup shuffles, Indian bread shuffles. Okay, the one I was looking at was number 208. Peanut butter cup shuffles. Prep time is 5 minutes. Cooking time is 15. Hey, good morning, Betty. How you doing this morning? And we're going over a shuffle recipe book. And anyways, cooking time is 15 minutes. Serving size is 1. Ingredients is 1 egg, a half a cup of shredded mozzarella cheese. We got that. 2 tablespoons of coconut powder. We got that. 1 tablespoon of sugar-free chocolate. Oh, we even got that. And then you'll need 3 tablespoons of peanut butter. We have the sugar-free. And then 1 tablespoon of butter. And 2 tablespoons of coconut sweetener. Powdered sweetener. We have that. Not coconut powder, but powdered sweetener. So, this book is really great. I bought this because I'm currently have a Shackles playlist going. And, it's... right now I have 75 Shackle videos up a channel, and I'm getting ready to, I almost done editing one that I did this morning. I did a ham and cheese one. Came out really good. You Betty, I'm starting a new job tomorrow. It's going to be 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. The name of the company is called Colors, but they're an automobile supply company. And basically my job is going to be mixing, matching paint colors and getting supplies together and going out on the road and dropping them off to the automobile dealerships, or the like if you're bringing a car that's damaged and stuff like that. And I'm really excited about that. It pays minimum wage, $16 an hour, but it's a full-time job. The job is Tuesday through Friday, and I have the option of working every other Monday when Donna doesn't have an appointment for her kidney treatment. And, and she has any oddball appointments, and I do, they're willing to work with me with that. So I'm pretty excited about it. Everything is so expensive, Betty. I can't live anymore. We can't go out anymore. There's nothing anymore left over in the month anymore. As well as I do it, when you go out on the buy, if you want to buy something, it's $100 bill as soon as you leave your house, I got to bring my cat today to go get his nails done and a rabies shot. That's $100-something out of my pocket. And, the $100-something, that's a food shopping for us. I was talking to couples about that yesterday down at the, I went walking at the Sterling Trail Rail in 3 towns over. And then I did a hike late in the afternoon at the Doyle Estate. And, what they need to do, where the price of inflation is so high, and it won't happen under this current administration. And we already know about that. where the price of inflation is so high, and people that are on retirement, SSDI, Social Security, they need to have a level playing field and raise their Social Security to where it should be, which should be about $3,000 to $5,000 a month, depending on where you follow with Social Security. Will they do that with the current occupancy? No, but when we get a new person in there, regardless of who it is, it's going to happen. At least that's what I've been told anyway. So we're waiting for a lot of things to happen before that happens. But, I feel bad because I was talking to an 85-year-old lady, the other day. She's back to work full time. She's 40 hours a week. She's 85 years old. That shouldn't have to happen. She lost her husband and she can't get by. I mean, that's totally wrong. And fortunately, I'm seeing more and more. And I was watching some videos by Stephen Gardner, and he was saying that a lot of people that have, like us, say if you got a family with a couple of kids, a lot of the parents are going back to work part-time at McDonald's and Burger King and those type of places. And it's really kind of right now, it's hurting inflation because it's driving the price of inflation up. But they have no choice because they can't afford to live and, keep up with the price of food shopping. It's terrible. I'm down to 3 pieces of meat right now in my refrigerator freezer, and I'm running out of cash this month because I haven't even made my car payment yet. I got enough money for that. And then I haven't even heard back from FEMA yet. Oh, yeah. So last September, we lost not everything, but almost about 80% of our stuff in our storage. We lost everything in the storage, which was about 80% of our stuff, including a computer, right? And all my winter stuff, my fishing gear, and Donna's, valuables that we have. So I estimated it was about $5,000 worth of damage, and I didn't have, and we weren't the only ones. Everybody here that had its stuff stored downstairs lost everything, including my vehicle, along with 41 other vehicles, and my vehicle was completely underwater. So, anyways, FEMA came down the house. They evaluated everything, and went down. And I talked to her, and I said, "Well, what about a computer? Because they haven't got a photograph or whatever." She said, "It don't matter. All you need is a receipt." And I didn't have the receipt. And then I was thinking to myself, I said, "I wonder if the place where I bought the computer would still have the invoice on file, because where I bought the original computer, they made a computer for me. They built it from scratch because based on my specifications, and it was around a $1,600 computer." And sure enough, he had it. So I got that. So what happened was, when we got initially denied, FEMA called me up the next day and told me why they denied my claim. They said because I needed more paperwork. So I had to go to back to school, and get paperwork why I was going to school and what I was going to school for, and the reason why I stopped, because I didn't have a vehicle, and it was a stressful time for Donna because Donna was in the hospital for a week. And then I had gotten all that, and then I had to get some paperwork from the insurance company with the car and the house insurance, because they didn't pay me enough because they won't cover flood. And so I got all that for them, and I put the claim number on there. And then she called me up and she said, "I need you to come back to the city hall and reopen your claim." So what they did was they took all my paperwork, they scanned it into the computer system. She said, "You should be getting something, but it's going to take upwards to 90 days. But it's probably going to come in sooner than later. I hope sooner than later. It might be $1,500 for the full value of the computer. And, it might be more, it might be less, but whatever they give me, I'd be very, very blessed and very thankful, And during that same time, I don't know if one of my videos you might have saw, but I was at the Dean's Cafe one time. I go down to the cafe shop a lot and have coffee in the morning. And one day I went in and said, "Ron, somebody left an envelope for you." And I goes, "An envelope for me? Who would leave an envelope for me?" Right. And this happened about a month after the flood. And I hadn't been able to get down there almost in 2 months after the flood, because I was too busy with all this junk. And somebody left $500 in an envelope for me, cash, all $100 bills. And they left me a nice note. And they said, "Ron, you're a good guy. And, and I know you're going through some tough times, and just use this money wisely, the way you see fit, how you want to use it." Now, since then, I've been, paying the way forward to other people and stuff like that. So, because I felt kind of guilty at the time taking it, because I didn't ask for it, and I would never ask for charity or anything like that. I'm not that type of person. And So I was really thankful that they gave it to us. But we should get something back for FEMA. We haven't heard anything back, but almost everybody in the city that applied for FEMA, Leominster got hit pretty hard. We had 12 inches of rain that fell in less than 3 hours, and half the city was underwater. The biggest concern was one of the ponds. They go to Barrett Park and the Rockwell Pond, which is 2 streets over where I go walking. The water was coming up over the area so high. You're talking 6 feet high. If those had breached and broken, I mean, my building where I live would have been half underwater, and I live up on the 4th floor, and half of downtown would be worse than what it was. So, and many of those basements in the downtown area got completely flooded out, and they had water all the way up to their first floor level. And that's how bad it was. And my car, and along with 41 other cars, were completely underwater, floating. And we have photographs and video of all that. And the car dealership there, where he had the car finance from, they gave us full value for the car. So I did pretty good with that. But in the meantime, I made another vehicle payment, and then of course I put it on the lease, and then I got it off the lease. Dropped down the payment a little bit there, and then now, of course, now I'm adding more years on the term loan instead of 3 years. But the 3 years, the car would never get paid, and I'd keep paying and paying and paying. At least now I don't have to worry about, it eventually we'll own the car. But we are still pretty good, but it could be better. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I just I missed doing that live chat with you, and I know you said you would kind of wanted to. I know what you had told me about that, and I was fine with that. I ended up going walking that day. I've been walking every day this month. We got the summer stroll coming up Saturday. I'm not sure if Donna can make it. I don't even know if she can make bingo Friday night. If she can, it's no big deal. And I'll just go by myself. But I talked to Betty Ann, the one that manages the bingo, and she said to me Friday night, she said, I don't know why you couldn't come up to me and just talk to me, Ron. I said, I'm very easy to get along with. I just want to let you know that it's not your responsibility to worry about the bingo. I know you have been, but if you don't want to do the bingo no more, don't. If you want to just do once in a while, do the bingo once in a while, or just come in when you could come in and do the bingo. So we had a good long talk, and I mean, my friend Alton's going to be out on vacation now for 4 weeks, and they're going to be kind of short-handed there, but I don't know how it's going to go with the job, working 8 hours and then going in there at 4:30, 5 o'clock and volunteering. I might be too tired for that. This week I have this Friday off. I'm going to go in there and play bingo Friday night with my wife, if she wants to come with me, if she can. If not, I'll just play by myself. And then the following week, we'll just take it day to day and see how things go. But, because I might be too tired, because I'm going to be on my feet all day long. I'll be sitting down from time to time, putting in orders. And, so if they, for instance, 2 towns over, there's 3 places they want me to bring stuff up, I'll be on the road traveling, which I'll like, because I can sit down, and if I want to do a live video in the car I'll hook up my little, I got a tripod that I can tie into the car, and I'll put on top of the dashboard, and just hook up my mobile phone and plug my mobile phone into the USB port to charge it while I'm driving, and put the GPS on so I can find the location, because I'm not familiar with all the places that they need to drop off all these orders from. But the first couple of weeks there, I'll probably be within the store itself and just learning how to put everything all together, learning the different paint colors. And because I asked her if they don't have a hex code when you go online, you can get a hex code of 3 different color codes, and to redesign your website that way. They don't have it that way. So it's going to be interesting to see how it works and everything, and whether or not I can do the job. And if I can't do the job, I'll let them know that I can't do it, and I'm going to quit. But I'm going to try to stick it out for at least a couple of weeks, and we'll see how it goes day to day and week to week. And that's all I can do, is just try my best and hope for the best. That's all I can do. And if I don't like it, I don't think I can handle it, I'll tell them thank you, but no thank you. But I think it's more than fair that they're helping me out with the hours that I need right now, and my wife's appointments, and nobody's ever stepped out of the way backwards for me with that. Now, yesterday, Sunday, we had the Fireman's Memorial, and it started raining out in the early morning, so they moved it inside to the fire station. So I did film the video, and I had that up on my channel on my week 197 update. And then what I did was I turned the video into the studio yesterday, and then Robert sent me an email that they weren't able to put my previous video I did up the bell ringers, because I needed to be a member. So they put it in my my edit. They call it an edit share into my file that I got up there. And then went in there and I signed the paperwork so you could put that up on the channel there for the LTV's website there. So that way there people can enjoy that. But inside the fire station, I didn't have enough room to put the tripod up. So I had to handheld my phone like this, taking video of it, and going around the fire station inside with all the family members, and then flipping the camera over that way when the bagpipes were playing. And then when they rang the bell to honor the firemen, they read off like 103 names. And, the priest came in and said a prayer, and some of the dignitaries were speaking. And it's a family gathering for all the firemen and the family and stuff. It's quite touching. And, I enjoy doing stuff like that. If, now what I'm doing going forward, since they're all set at the studio, anything I do forward is going to be for the channel to show you guys what we have going on in our city. And but I did see Channel 5 sent me an email, asked me if I'd be interested in videoing. But again, that's a pretty well respected news agency, and that would be a lot for me. I don't have a degree or anything like that, and I was working on that when I went to school. And you don't really need a degree; you just need to know what you're doing with video editing. And I pretty much know what I'm doing now. I use programs called Filmora 12, and then I use the Adobe products, and each one runs me about $40, maybe about $50 between the two of them. Because right now the Adobe products, they're giving me a $30 discount because I was going to school, and that's all set in stone there to a few years, and it normally runs about $60 a month, and I get it for $20, and I'm doing phenomenally well with that. But the easier program is Filmora, because I can zip through a 2-hour video. I can have it edited in about 20 minutes to get it ready for video production, for TV production. But, and then of course, if I'm doing the studio, I have to travel 40 miles to the job. And then I have to, put on a nice suit and tie and be in the truck with them and set everything all up with the camera guy. Or I'd be the camera guy setting everything all up. And then I'd have to make sure everything works, and then film it out, and then bring it into the truck, transfer the video onto the computer file on the truck, and edit it right on the video, and then move on to the next story. And that's pretty much what the job would consist of. So you're constantly moving around from one city to the next, wherever there's a newscast story, And those cameras are quite heavy there. Those things are big multi cameras that you can put on. Some of them you have to carry on your shoulder, and you have a little strap on your back. I've done that with our studio, and it really, and that's why they pay like $60,000-$70,000 a year for those type of positions, But I said, no, I think I'll pass on that right now. I'd rather just be my own person and just do whatever I want to do right now. But I kind of feel like going back to work right now. I'm kind of like being in prison, and have like shackles on my legs, like whatever they call those, prison bracelet, and. But hopefully the job I won't need to do the job too long when the economy blows out. We suspect what's going to happen is the economy is going to have to crash on the stock market, worse than the Great Depression of 1929 and 1930, and before anything actually happens. I was listening to a couple of prophetic prophets yesterday talking about that, and we all know it's on God's timeline, and whenever that happens, it'll happen. And I'm just hoping for the best, because I need to go back to work like everybody else right now, and I can't survive. We're getting slapped with co-payments left and right for our medical co-payments. I had one call me up yesterday. She says, you owe me, you owe us, whatever you owe, which is but that particular bill was $40. And I said, I can't even afford to get a loaf of bread on the damn table, and you want me to pay a $40 co-payment? He goes, and it ain't happening right now. He says, I'll pay it when I can pay it. And I got pissed off at them, and they hung up. I didn't quite say it that politely. I was really angry with them, and every other word was the F word, And I said, you could put, I said, and you can record that on your recorded message, so I hung up on them. So it is what it is. I don't want to have to deal. I'm not dealing with co-payments right now. And My daughter's, when she goes to Fitchburg every 2 weeks, it's $80 2 weeks for 40 copayment. And so you calculate that times the last 2 or 3 years, and that's what we owe them. And I don't really care. It is what it is. These people that go for cancer treatments there, right? One girl, she was telling me every time she goes down there, it's a $10,000 treatment. How can you afford that on you? Eventually, the insurance company's going to cut you off. They're not going to pay it. I mean, I don't get it. The whole system is wrong. Everything's just wrong. It needs to get changed. I don't know, but I get so angry like everybody else. But I'm just taking one day as God gives it to me. So we got the summer stroll coming up, and that'll be Saturday. The following week we have Flag Day coming up this week, I think, from the Common from 2 to 4, I think he said, but I won't be able to do that. And the Common's completely done now, so I'm going to go back down there and do some more video with the past to present stuff. And then what else we got going on? We got the Acadian Festival coming up. It's French Canadian food, and they're going to have vendors set up at the Lower Common area and all that stuff over there, and the ones that want to sell some stuff. And then we got the Italian Festival coming up. And of course, the summer stroll, that's always fun. And they have food trucks, and Mayor passes out free watermelon. And the studio's got that covered. And, again, I'll just go out there, do my own thing and take photos and some video. And I'll go live downtown there, show you what's going on. I bought this selfie stick there, but I'm kind of really ticked off about it because I might wind up sending it back. I only paid $10 for it, but still, it's all right. But here's what the problem is. Let me pop it out of the bag and show you guys. I got it on Amazon. It pops up like this, and of course it extends, but it doesn't like that. It extends quite high, like that, but that's not what the problem is. The problem is this. I can pop this off, and that's our 8 o'clock whistle. This thing over here, I can't open this up to get the battery in. They got the battery in the box, and I can't pop this thing open. They had a little screw in the back, and I got the screw off, and I just can't get that lever released to get the battery in. So I'm going to mess around with this a little, later on today. And if I still can't get that open to get the battery in, I'm going to send it back and see if I can pick up another one down Walmart. Because if I would have had this Sunday, I could have just held it up like this and just, high above everybody that was in the firehouse. And I could have gotten some really good video with it other than what I was able to get, because I had to, be creative with the horizontal and the vertical video that I had Sunday. But those are some of the challenges being a videographer. And I always manage to overachieve my challenges like I'm doing with the walking right now. I'm 26 miles walking in for the month. And I told my wife, I said, I can always go walking too when I get hard to work and go walking in early morning. But I'm going to finish out my coffee. I got to bring Oreo at 9 o'clock to go get his nails done. Hopefully I can get him in the carrying cage. And I'll see you on the next live. And again, thank you so much, Betty, for coming along this morning. If you know how to run a playlist, can you guys help me out? I hit 1,701 subscribers this morning, and in less than 3 weeks, I'm picking up 100 subscribers almost daily, picking up a half a dozen subscribers every night. And what I'm really hurting on right now is watch hours. I have 2120 on the watch hours, something like that. But I still need 2,000, 1,800 more to get to the 4,000 mark. And I suspect it'll probably happen sometime around September or October. Maybe around Christmas time. That'd be a good Christmas present to have my channel finally monetized, so we can have some really good giveaways and stuff like that. But yeah, it just takes a while to get the what. Yeah, you got to just be patient with that and just be consistent posting videos. That's what I learned, and it takes a lot of work. Yeah, it does. And, I thought about doing another channel, but it's I got 3 or 4 channels and I haven't got nothing posted on those channels, and I got one channel that I got 300 videos on it, but I kind of gave up on it. I might just wind up deleting all those channels and just keeping this one, because everybody knows me by Ron's Keto Cafe now, and I just enjoy doing what I'm doing, which is basically helping people to keep people motivated in negative times. But I went live 2 and 3 times a day when working on. Okay, so that's a good idea too, Betty. Thank you for that. Yeah, I noticed one gal there. She has like a live video. She plays it like 24 hours a day, and I goes on the thing, and he goes, oh, she's just doing it for the watch hours to try to get the watch hours. So basically, I could just take some non-copyrighted music there and just loop it for 8 hours and just play it and see if anybody, want to do it that way. But I don't know. Maybe in that I could probably do something like that. And but when I go to Tuba Chat, and Kevin's got a lot of video, I know it's like he helps me out a lot by sharing my videos, and he'll run some of my playlists for me and stuff like that. And I've been picking up a lot of subscribers from them, and from his, whenever you go into live chats and whatever, it's always comment on people's videos, and like when I'm researching recipes, I was say, hey, I really like your channel. Next thing I know, they're subscribing to on my channel. Oh, I meant to tell you guys something. My friend Paula from Low-Carb Revelation wrote, Low-Carb Revelations. She's a great YouTuber lady. And Woman's Magazine just got a hold of her this past month, and they wanted to bring her in for a photo shoot because she had lost a lot of weight. I don't know if that'll ever happen with me with the like those magazines for guys, but you never know. So I mean, and they're going to pay you for that. I mean, how cool is that, right? So I was really happy for her, So now she has sent out for half a dozen different dresses based on their recommendation, and she finally got a couple of dresses for the photo shoots, and they're flying her out to New York City there, and they're going to pay for her travel time and the photo shoot and all that stuff there. I believe New York City, but yeah, I'm really happy for her, because that'll help her channel out, and she's doing really good. And so you never know, Betty, even with your channel, you never know who might be watching your channel and say, oh, Betty, I really like your channel. How would you come on national TV and talk about your experience and, your beliefs and what you want to talk about, and just be yourself. And, and when I first started my YouTube channel, I was a big puppy face, and you could see how nervous I was talking. And now I just, sometimes I'm talking, I don't know enough to shut up, but I just enjoy talking, but yeah, I'm having the time of my life, and I'm just glad I can help people out. And yeah, I got to get a hold of my cat pretty soon. I got to get out the little carrying case there. He's getting really big there. You can't even pick him up anymore. He's that heavy. I heard him meow last night a couple of times, and I didn't feel like getting up. And then my wife said, yeah, I heard him trying to get into my room last night. And I don't let him in my room all that often because he doesn't behave all that much. And he's okay for like 2 or 3 minutes, and then he starts getting into all kinds of mischief. And then what I have is what I have right now. I can't afford to go and keep replacing everything every month because the cat breaks something or I break something. Long day and being consistent. Oh yeah, for sure. So I'll probably do some. Maybe I'll come back on live. I don't know. I think, Anne Marie's been doing game night every Wednesday and Sunday night, but she's been taking a break from YouTube because she just kind of like got burnt out from it. And because they thought we were going to do a game night Sunday night, and I was ready for the game night. And she plays words on stream. Like, I'm going to start seeing about figuring out how to link my computer keyboard so I can use my computer keyboard so we can start playing a game online. Because some YouTubers are doing, a lot of YouTubers are doing games online with that. That's another way you can get watch hours. And of course, the live cooking. I'd like to do some more of that again pretty soon too. Maybe I can do another live cooking and do a live chapo recipe for you in the kitchen area. But anyways, enough said of everything all that. I'm going to get going. Thanks, Betty, for popping in. Anybody else who comes in late, and have an amazing day, and be watching for the next video. I'm going to clean up my coffee pot, and I got to dig out the carrying case for Oreo and get ready to go bring him to the veterinarian. Anyways, have a great day, Betty. Bye. Thank you. We'll get together again soon for another live chat sometime. Maybe at nighttime if if you're not too tired. Have a great day, guys.